All Crane Atlas boards get updated with the latest software before they leave our building, either in repairs or if they're sold as a kit or an individual part on our website or online. And we don't have a whole machine to do this, it's completely unnecessary. We have test setups with a transformer and power to the board, then your touch screen, and a door switch to be able to get in and out of service mode to check for appropriate software versions and make sure the right one got downloaded and that it's up to date and all that. So this is an Atlas H board, and we're going to be updating the software on it today. The appropriate software is on here. This is going to be for a merchant, and once your software is on your flash drive, we're just going to plug it into USB 3. There's USB 1 and 2 over here, and USB 3. It is stamped on the board, kind of hard to see, but there we go, USB 3. It's the one by itself. Easy to figure out if you can't see it with the board cover on. And then we're going to turn our power on. Give it a second here. It'll come up on the screen and it'll give us a bar that'll say reflash working if it begins to take the software properly. And at that point we'll come back after the reflash only. It'll have a status bar, and it'll say like 1%, 2%. It'll climb up, and it only gets, see, there we go, it only gets up to, I don't know, like 26% or something like that, and then it jumps to the end, jumps to 100%, and then it'll tell you to remove the USB at that point. We'll come back at that point so you can see what that looks like. All right, there we go, reflash OK, remove USB to reboot. So I'm going to remove the USB from the board, and it'll go through the reboot process. We'll come back in a second and I'll show you how to check and make sure that the software flash was successful. All right, so it's rebooted. Now we're going to go in and check and make sure that our software updated to the version that we want and that we put the right software version on this board. The physical names, the actual names of these software files don't say BevMax and Merchant and all that kind of thing on them. So you could put a Merchant file on your flash drive when you intended to put a BevMax file, and there's no way of knowing this until you install it and then go into your settings and check a couple of things. So I'll show you how to do that. We'll enter our PIN. Right here on the bottom of the screen, our software version will populate in a minute, 11.5.11b43. That's the current version as of November 2025. This is the version I intended to upgrade to. It was 11.5.8. So I know the software updated there. You can find the software version deeper in the programming, but it pops up right there immediately for you. Then if you hit home on the top of your screen, if you come in here into system settings, you'll be able to see a few things that will tell you right away if you put Merchant or BevMax software on here. So if I'm going to scroll down and I see, where are they? I must have gone too far. Hang on. All right, here we go. So you're going to see at the top ambient Merchant. You'll also see, if it was BevMax, you would see cabinet offsets and other things throughout here, which we did not see. The other place you can go to make sure what software file you put on here is product configuration. And here in product configuration we have couple motors. Well, there's no motor, and Shervin. Shervin and motors are not on BevMaxes. So if you see these two options in your programming, you know you ended up with Merchant software on here. And then in system settings and in product configuration, you will see other options specific to the BevMax, like cabinet offsets, shelf offset, and things like that. If you put BevMax software on there. So that's how you can confirm what you put on the board.